the more you understand how power is distributed, how the system works, the better situated you are to try and change that system and understand which levers you need to pull on to actually make changes.
Hi, my name is Frank Gonzalez, and I'm an associate professor in the School of Government and Public Policy at the University of Arizona.
I study people's attitudes toward inequality and democracy. And I think so broadly, in a very broad sense, I'm interested in democracy. I'm interested in the psychological component of democracy and the assumptions that we make about how humans think and how humans form preferences, and the degree to which that does or does not fit with our ideals about how a democracy should work and what's needed for a democracy to work. So a lot of my research, probably the bulk of my research, has to do with racial inequality. And so I look at how people process race and how their racial attitudes and biases even influence their political opinions. But I also look at class and wealth inequality. So the term academia didn't mean anything to me when I was younger. I came from a family, so I guess I'm second generation college student. My father is from Puerto Rico and grew up pretty poor, but eventually wound up going to college. And on my mother's side of the family, they're Italian and we're all in construction for the most part. And so going to college, it was very much, I had the mindset of like, I'm going to figure out how to make money. Then I started taking classes where I found I was really interested in these sort of social topics, and I was interested in psychology. I was interested in clinical psychology actually at first, and just sort of like potentially like being a therapist or social worker. And then I got interested in social psychology, like why do humans behave the way they do? And politics became really relevant because my parents and my mother in particular got really involved in politics, and we thought very differently about politics. And I wanted to understand why. How is it that we, who are so similar in so many ways, thought so fundamentally different about certain political issues? And I took a class, an American politics class, I think in my sophomore year. And the instructor said that he was a political psychologist. I had never heard this term before, so I asked him about it. And long story short, he essentially became a mentor of mine and showed me how to do research and all the things you can do with it. This idea of graduate school, showed me in schools to apply to, and it was kind of something I fell for ever since then. I think one of the most important things to me is making sure that they're teaching in a way that's not too academic or jargony or too focused on the sort of academic research of it all. Although I try to incorporate how we do research and answer questions into my classes, and show like the skills of developing, knowledge on these issues. It's really important to me that somebody who was like me when I started college, who didn't know anything about academia or research or any of that, can find what connects them to politics. And really, for me, it often revolves around issues of power and how politics affects your everyday life and the trajectory of your life. So I try to talk to students about their future, and their future, not just the future of the nation or the world or anything even, but their personal future, what kinds of things they want their life to be like in the future.